Welcome to Vegas, baby.
We love Vegas. And when they have to call the attendant to bring you the money,
yeah,
that's a real jackpot.
Go, let's go. And then people will be like, okay, let's go.
Winning.
No, AKA us. Like the two girls sitting next to him in sweatpants.
In our hats.
The following podcast is a Dear Media production.
Pretty basic. Act like an angel, dressed like crazy. Oh, now we got to read it again, girl.
Damn it. From the top. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Pretty Basic. I am Alisha Marie.
And I am Remi Cruz.
And we are so excited because we had such a good weekend.
We had the best weekend. We touched down we were leaving Vegas 24 hours ago from the minute right now.
And did we push our recording that was supposed to happen yesterday to today? Mm-hmm. We did. Mm-hmm. We did. And you know what? I'm very glad we did. Even if we didn't extend our trip, which yes, we did extend our trip extra long because Rem and I are just little like Vegas rats over here.
No, we love Vegas. It's my favorite place in the world.
It's become one of my favorite. And I was trying to explain it to Ashley and even my mom because they're like, oh, like, why are you extending? I'm like, because it's amazing. Like
yes.
you and I
debaucherous activities.
Have so much fun.
Regrets.
I was
laughs.
There's a few regrets.
Little regrets, like some fun, some laughs. It's just like the best place. Not for everybody.
Yeah.
For us. And honestly, I didn't even grow to love it until recently. Mm-hmm. Like the past few years or so. Now I'm like, that is my Disneyland.
Well, it's also fun for you because Cal also loves it. Yes. So it's like a thing that you guys, I feel like you go pretty frequently.
No, if we have any reason to celebrate and we're like, where should we go? Vegas.
Welcome to Vegas, baby.
It's so fun. We love to gamble. We love to drink. Mm-hmm. We love to eat. We love to club.
Shop.
We love to Bacchanal buffet.
Oh, we love a buffet.
It's so good.
Oh my God, Cafe Lola.
Oh my God, we have so much to talk about, you guys.
Well, we'll start from the very beginning. Yes. So the main reason why we actually went was because we obviously started a Patreon. We mentioned it before with the basically unfiltered cast for that podcast. And I feel like honestly, like the Patreon, I'm not just saying this. I know it's going to sound like I'm so biased. It is so good. It reminds me of old YouTube. Like we are being so active. Like we were like, here's the thing, especially with the guys, Rem and I were like, look, Zane and Heath, we love you, but if we're doing a Patreon, we are going to be active as
well. Also, a little insider tea. Initially, we had started a conversation like years ago to do a Patreon within Pretty Basic.
Which we've probably teased too.
I'm sure we talked about it at some point, but honestly, we just got really busy. We knew it was like a big commitment to take on because we wanted to take it very seriously.
Yeah.
And so somewhere along the lines, Alisha and I just like on and off had these conversations, and then we would get really busy and we're like, we don't have the amount of time that we would like to commit to make it good. So let's not do it anymore. And then not last minute, but like more recently, we started the conversation with the Basically guys because they have their own Patreon. They were saying it's really fun. We were like, we'll do it, but we want it to be at this caliber.
Well, and I think what makes it easier about it being basically unfiltered Patreon versus just Pretty Basic is half the reason why it took us so long to do it is because we wanted it to be different than what we're already posting on the vlogs. Like we don't want to just post more vlogs. And then especially because we both also have main channels. I'm like, okay, well, we don't want to make a Patreon just to have people pay for like challenges.
What they could be getting on YouTube.
What they could be getting on YouTube. And
Agreed.
I feel like with the guys, because it's a collab already, and then it's fun. Like it's so much easier to make content that way because then we can still have our vlogs. We're not like going to leave everyone hanging with like our own channels.
Totally
so
agree.
I feel like this is a whole new like venture. So it makes it really easy for content, but it's also just good content.
It's just fun. Also, I agree because Alisha and I had a lot of conversations where, again, we have our vlog channels, we have our main channels. We're trying to post on TikTok like multiple times a day. We have 2 podcasts. Like, there's a lot where we don't want to do the same things over and over again and, you know, have it behind a paywall. Like it needs to be different, new stuff. So we've been trying to consciously make an effort to make it extra good. And I think we've been doing a really good job. Which we won't talk about the Patreon too much. Sorry if it's annoying.
But go subscribe. Or patreon.com/basically unfiltered. There's the free tier, the $5 tier, and the $10 tier. So there's different options. But needless to say, that is the main reason why we went to Vegas is because we wanted to do a team bonding trip. And don't you worry. I think we're getting like 3 or 4 videos out of just us with the guys there. We flew out Friday. And then everyone else left Sunday. And then unfortunately, I was the only person not able to get a flight back at the same time as everybody else. So I was like, shoot, I can go. I truly don't mind taking an earlier flight. Like, that's totally fine. Remi was like, why would you take an earlier flight when we can just stay till Monday? I was like, Remi,
literally we're all in the basically unfiltered chat, like talking about it. And I just side text Alisha. I'm like, it's fine. You don't have to ask. I'll stay till Monday.
You're like, I volunteer. I will stay back with Alisha. Everyone else go without me.
Never leave my best friend behind.
Go without me.
This outfit obviously would never leave my best friend behind.
Oh, duh.
I wore this to the Luke Combs concert.
And she didn't leave me behind. No, she did.
No,
you should have told me. I would have worn my outfit.
I should.
We stayed till Monday. So we're going to do the whole Vegas recap with the guys, obviously, because, that was with them and stuff. But not only did we stay till Monday, we extended an extra day, very last minute. So we have a little under 48 hours of Pretty Basic alone in Vegas. So that's what I want to talk about today.
Yeah, we have a lot to recap. I mean, okay, so everybody left. And throughout the weekend, we were gambling, obviously. And with gambling, you go up, you go down, you go up, you go down. We both hit 2 individual jackpots, just saying.
What?
Not like big jackpots. I will say I told my dad, and I think my dad thought like the $1 million.
Well, that's the thing, because
it was still a lot of money.
It's still so much money, but obviously what people think it's like the $20 million jackpot. And I'm like, okay, well, a jackpot is still a jackpot. And a jackpot. And then
a win is a win. Is a jackpot. And when they have to call the attendant to bring you the money, that's a real jackpot.
Yeah.
So I won $3,500.
Yeah, you did.
Thank you.
What slots?
Huff and Even More Puff and Big Flamin' Pots. My second favorite slot.
And they were right next to each other.
No, I know.
Oh my God. I owe this to Cal.
Okay. Shout out Cal.
Shout out Cal, because I was like loving the slots extra this trip, because I feel like I finally like understood how to play. Like, I feel like the first few times I like got it, but I didn't really get it. And now I know, like,
to be honest, like, who really knows what's happening though?
But like with the things on the screen of realizing like, oh, someone just won big on this machine, don't sit here. Like little things like that.
Yes.
I didn't like know before. I would just go to any machine. And now
But you never know though.
You never know.
I mean, it's all rigged anyways.
Exactly. But Cal was like, oh, you should go to this Dragon Link one. Like, people win a lot on that one. I go, okay. I sit down. Within the first 3 hits, I got 6 free games. And I was like, oh, Cal! Yes, I was like, Cal! And he's like, I told you! And then, what did I win? Oh my God, wait. What did I win? I think the first one I won was like $2,500. And then the second one I won, which was another day, was like $2,700. And I should have left then.
Ain't it good to be the coach?
And I should have left then.
Like, we should have left like days. We should have left when everybody else left, to be honest, because Mariah was supposed to come with us, but she ended up not being able to make it because she had some work stuff and no cat sitter. And so there technically was a seat open on the flight for you to take.
Well, in my head, so we also didn't know it happened to be the weekend was of the UFC fight, like at the Sphere.
And Mexican Independence Day.
So it was so crowded. Our Uber driver's like, oh, like, are you here for the fight? And we were like, no, we had no idea what else was happening this weekend. So I think that's why a lot of the seats were just full, because normally you can always get a seat.
At the Sphere.
Sphere too. That's crazy. Also, the last time we were in Vegas together was for the Super Bowl weekend. So we just tend to go when there's like are we sports girls? There's like sports happening every time we're in Vegas.
I think I'm a new sports girl. Well, UFC, couldn't tell you what that is. Football.
It's fighting.
So here. It's fighting?
Yeah, it was fighting.
Is it like boxing, like fighting?
No.
Is it like MMA?
Yeah. Isn't it?
It is MMA.
Oh my God, Remi.
I'm a sports girl.
Oh
okay,
my
God. So sorry. Anyways. I would like to also just tell everybody that Cal came, not because I need to bring my fiance everywhere. I'm not one of those girls. He is our videographer and editor.
Obviously
for
you're not. You sent him home.
That as well. I just want to make sure people aren't like, oh my God, she just brings him everywhere. I'm like, he was working actually. And Alisha and I were trying to get him to party with us, and he would refuse because he is a professional.
No, we both were being psycho. Even Zane was like, stop trying to get him to drink. I was just like, I just want you to have fun. Like, you're allowed to have a drink. Like, don't get like crazy. Like, obviously you're filming us, so we need you to be somewhat coherent, but at the same time, like, you can have like a drink.
Like an espresso martini is fine.
I know, but he was like, no, I'm working. I was like, yes, but we're going to be working till 3 a.m.
Like, we're always working.
Like, we're always going to need you to film at some point.
Right now, this conversation is working.
Exactly. Remi, you get it.
No, he was really sweet. It was so fun. But Mariah was supposed to come. It was supposed to be a 6-some group. Everybody did leave Sunday night. Alisha and I were left, just us two. And what did we get into?
Trouble, baby. Actually, so much fun. So much fun. Also, this was I don't think I've ever been to Vegas just with so many guys before. I know it was only 3, but like normally it's like a group of girls. And it felt so weird to be like we were just the 2 girls.
Vegas is a girls' land, though.
Exactly.
Like, it's so fun to go with a group of girls. Free drinks, free table, whatever. With guys, they could not care less.
Which also shout out Venetian, because they gave us.
Yes.
We stayed at the Palazzo. I loved it.
It was so much
fun. We clearly loved it so much we extended our stay.
We stayed literally 2 nights. So we were already knowing we were going to leave on Monday. And so everybody leaves and Alisha and I start playing roulette. We are hitting, winning. And then we lose. And then we get up and we leave. And then we love tables because they bring you free drinks. So we're just drinking, the drinks are flowing, and then we were hungry. So we realized that we should go up to this restaurant called Sushi Samba.
Well, you had mentioned Mia went?
Yes, Mia had been telling me for years that Sushi Samba is amazing. It's in the Grand Canal Shops at the Venetian. And so it was literally like right upstairs. We go up to Sushi Samba. We get some delicious food.
Also, shout out Alyssa and Alina because they worked there and they said that they watched Pretty Basic. So hello.
Hey, girls.
We went there twice because that's how good it was. I don't even know what we ordered because you just like popped off.
I love being the friend that orders.
What was the crunchy roll? It was so good.
It was just like a crispy rice situation.
Oh,
but that was
so
really good. I think it was called Samba Vegas. It was so delicious. And then as we had pulled up originally on the first day on Friday, here's the thing about me. If I get drunk, I will be singing karaoke, whether I'm in a bar or I'm in the car, like I will be singing. And so I start Googling karaoke bars as soon as we get to Vegas. And it turns out the world's largest karaoke bar is in the Venetian Hotel. Yes, everybody. So I had already wanted to do that. We didn't get to that earlier because Zane is a diva and didn't want to do it. So I'm just going to put him on blast there. And so Alisha and I love karaoke.
To his defense, and it's because I said this too. I was like, well, if we're going to karaoke, like we could always do that in LA. Like we're in Vegas.
But not in the world's largest karaoke
I know. I agree,
rooms.
Rem. I agree. But I was like, well,
take it back?
We should go to the club because we're in Vegas. Like we can do karaoke at home. You know what I mean? And Mariah would want to karaoke. But when they left, I was like, game on, let's go.
I will karaoke, even if it's just for an hour. Just an hour. Get the energy out, get some drinks going, sing your songs. It's the best. And so, it gets the crowd going, gets your adrenaline pumping.
Also, I think Remi is the only person I've ever met who sings better when they're drunk. Like, her voice somehow, like she hits the notes. Like she
Yes. I do.
Like I'm not kidding. I like don't get it because I get so much more worse. Like I feel like most people do. You something like okay tone, okay whistle tones, okay pitch, vibrato. Damn girl.
I think it's because I don't overthink it. I also think it's because I potentially could be a quarter Filipino. I have yet to do a 23andMe.
Listen.
But if you're Filipino, you sing well. That's the thing. You're just born a good singer. And so I think I tap into that when I am drunk. And we finish eating and we are fully inebriated.
Okay, so as you guys may have seen, I'm back on my wellness journey, trying to have a more consistent approach to the gym and just having better eating habits, mostly because I just want to feel good mentally and physically. So I've been using Thrive Market, and let me tell you, it's been an absolute game changer for my grocery runs this fall. So let's be real, grocery shopping can sometimes feel like a full-time job, especially when you're trying to eat clean and healthy, shop even for like one person. It can just be a lot. I used to spend forever in the aisles flipping over every single product, squinting at the tiny print on ingredient labels. And honestly, like who has time for that? Not me. But with Thrive Market, all of that stress just disappears. Thrive Market is super committed to trusted ingredients. Certified organic is their top priority, which means they're not just looking for the buzzwords. They're diving deep into every single product, checking labels like a detective to make sure you're getting the best of the best. They restrict over 1,000 ingredients that you'd typically find at conventional grocery stores. You can totally skip the label reading marathon and shop confidently, knowing that everything in your cart has been thoroughly vetted and meets their super high standards. Literally just the other day, I stocked up on some hard to find dairy-free snacks. There were these creamy dairy-free chocolate bars that taste so good. You'd never think that they're dairy-free. They even have non-toxic cleaning products too. I've tried finding these items at other stores, but they're either not available or they don't meet the same quality standards that Thrive Market ensures. Plus, I love that Thrive Market makes it so easy to stick to my dietary needs and preferences with their super specific filters. Whether you're dairy-free, keto, or just looking for organic options, Thrive Market has you covered without the hassle. So if you want to shop at a grocery store that actually cares about your health, head over to thrivemarket.com/prettybasic. You'll get 30% off your first order plus a free $60 gift. That's THRIVE market.com/prettybasic, thrivemarket.com/prettybasic.
Okay, I know you guys remember me talking about those black and white t-shirts I wore the entire Asia trip I took with my parents and Alisha. I'm still wearing them literally all the time, and the quality is just like it was day one. And these perfect t-shirts are from Quince. I love them so much, you guys. They seriously are so soft. They're so easy to dress up, dress down. I've been meaning to get more so I can wear them throughout the winter, throughout like literally any season. You can add a jacket on top. You can wear them just like as a, a regular t-shirt like I did in Asia. They are amazing. Shifting my wardrobe from winter to fall is always a challenge. And luckily, Quince offers timeless and high quality items that I adore, ensuring my wardrobe stays fresh and I don't blow my budget. Like their cashmere sweaters from $50 are so soft and cozy, pants for every occasion, washable silk tops, and so much more. Seriously, all fall, I'm going to be rocking like a cute little pant, whether it's jeans or slacks or whatever, with a cardigan. I love cardigans. They just make me feel so comfy and cozy and cute, and I just love them so much. The best part is that all Quince items are priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands. By partnering directly with top factories, Quince cuts out the cost of the middleman and passes the savings on to us. Seriously, guys, I love their t-shirts so much, and I cannot wait to get some of their cardigans that I can put into my fall wardrobe. They really give you that luxury feel without the insane luxury price tag. And they rival other luxury brands in style, quality, and price. So make switching seasons a breeze with Quince's high-quality closet essentials. Go to quince.com/basic for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/basic to get free shipping and 365 days return. Quince.com/basic.
I got everyone matching hats for the weekend that no one wanted to wear.
She got us these silly hats that were like, what did they say?
They were like bachelorette vibe. Like people wear them for bachelorette. So it was like, I bring the tequila, or like Renz was like, I bring the vodka. Someone was like, I bring the dance moves and different colors.
So honest.
Yes.
Like the hats are incredible on their own, regardless. Like let me say, I apologize.
I accept your apology. Okay. And I'm sorry that I wasn't so for karaoke the second I found out that the largest one was in our hotel.
And that there was a YouTube capabilities. We'll get into that in a second.
I know.
We'll get into that in a second.
We need to rate it.
10 out of 10. Oh, and also my experience.
Well, the reason why we wanted to go there is because it also had amazing reviews.
Oh, yes. I'm a big Yelp review girl, big Google review girl. Like I love reviews. When I first researched this place, Kamu Karaoke in Vegas, 4.9 rating, 2,000 reviews.
That's a lot.
How you know it's good.
That's good.
I kept saying that all weekend long. Like that's a good review. So, your hats, incredible on their own, silly in a pair of two. Iconic in a group. Okay. Like, let's be honest. If someone's wearing like 20 hats, like that's really funny.
That is.
Two girls, one with Asian glow, dead eyes, wearing a "This is my vodka" hat.
Two's better than one. Hello.
No, I think one is less embarrassing.
No, I think one is so much more. Imagine me by myself, Remi. By myself. And you know what? We kind of work, because a lot of times gambling, like if we were at different slots, we weren't next to each other. So then we were solo, I guess.
I think it's so much better as one.
No, I think it's so much worse as two. Like, I'm sorry, I think it's so much better as two
versus one.
Because it's like, we planned this item. It's like vlogging in public with a person. It's like, I have a friend.
Okay.
I have friends.
I see your point.
I have purse.
Okay.
I have friends. Luckily,
purse.
I have friend.
Okay. You're so right. So we have our little hats. And we just scurry on over to the karaoke bar.
Because it was across from Sushi Samba.
It was literally like 5 feet away. And we walk in, they give us a room. Here's the thing. I will sing anywhere, but give me a private room. And that's the best, because then you don't get embarrassed.
And it was so clean. The lights were so good. And we got room number 1, which happened to be, it had like a window to the rest of like the mall.
We were like animals at a zoo.
It was a vibe.
And the drinks were a-flowing, and they had YouTube capabilities on this karaoke TV situation.
Because normally I don't love a karaoke room. I usually don't, because of the dead space in between people picking songs and trying to find a song to then put in a code. It like kills the vibe.
But then that's why you just cue it up. You just keep it going.
Yes, but I feel like most times I tend to go to a thing. It always ends with someone be like, okay, like what? Like, it's just like, it brings down the vibe. And I'm like, I wish there was like background music or something. But this karaoke place knew what's up because they had YouTube capability. So you could just literally type in the iPad. It was YouTube and you would just bring up anything. So they had every new song. It wasn't like super outdated codes from like.
Not even new songs, like really deep cuts.
Yes.
Like Boom by Zayn Hijazi.
Very niche. But it was fun because I was like, this is what and then you could cue it at like, while it was finishing, I could go up and like, I never felt that down awkward beat. We were twerking, we were dancing. And it was great. And then people would stop and watch us through the window. It was very like dark and fogged, but they could definitely still see us dancing in our hats because our hats were glowing with the black light.
Yes.
So you're welcome.
I also did not realize we were going to like go party like all night. So I didn't wear makeup. And I usually will wear makeup when we go out because I get Asian glow. And if you don't know what Asian glow is, if you are Asian, you usually lack the gene that can metabolize alcohol. So for me, I am Asian and I lack said gene. I do believe I have the AB, is it AB11 gene?
Could not tell
What's
you
the gene? There's
if my life depended on it.
That makes me not smell, I will say. So.
I don't have that.
And my earwax is dry.
I don't have that either.
That's the same gene. AB11, I think it is.
Wow.
Yes. So you like literally, you can't, like you don't have BO.
I've never smelt your BO.
I think after like a few days you do smell, obviously. Like if you go like camping, I smelled. But like normally you just don't like make this sense.
Wow.
Yes. I know Alexa Lozzi has it as well. And so the thing is though, what I lack in smell, I gain in glow. And so when I drink, I get super hot. You can like take a Pepsid beforehand and apparently it helps. But like we get really, really red. You get really, really hot. And usually I don't know because if I'm going out in a full beat, obviously.
Oh yeah. Like we'll notice your chest get a little red.
Yes.
But not your face. Like it's been a while since I've seen your full face like that.
Once in a blue moon, I will go out and I didn't anticipate drinking and then I drink and then my face turns bright, like it rashes. Like I have red rashes all over, really hot everywhere. We'll insert some photos and I didn't know this, but I get itchy.
We were in karaoke and I look over and this is how I know it hit Rem because I look over and while I'm singing one of my songs, who knows, I look over and she's just like kind of itching herself with like her eyes and then this hat, and please keep in mind like the purple vodka hat, her no makeup with her Asian glow, we're in sweatpants, like we've already done the Vegas thing and she's sitting there just like scratching herself and I was like, I think it's the Asian glow.
It was irritating me apparently, but we had a wonderful night and then we went to bed, woke up, hit the slots again. And
it was funny because once everyone left, we were like, let's be trolls and like hit up the group chat with like our Vegas trip. Like, let's just like
look what they're missing out on.
Like look what because we kept being like, guys, extend. And then they didn't want to and like couldn't. So we were like, okay, fine, like whatever. Bye. Boom. The second they leave, win big. Another win big. We go karaokeing. we send photos of us with our drinks. And then we're like, we should go to the club simply to put it in the chat. Yeah. We're like going crazy.
Please no. No one replied to the chat ever.
No one replied the whole time. We kept being like, ha ha ha, look, this is so funny. The next morning we went to
Cafe
Lola. You guys, I need everyone to get into my head because Rem had said, hey, this really cute viral coffee shop DM'd me and said we should go. And that they would like give us some free coffees or something. I was like, oh, it's coffee, say less. She's like, yeah, it's like super Instagrammable. It's like super cute. They're really known for their donuts. I'm like, oh my God, they have like little pastries. That's so cute. Like, I can't wait. Well, first, Caesar's Palace, I need to talk to you because I love the forum shops. I loved the spiral escalators. It is so confusing how to get out. It's like a spiral of it was so confusing. It took us 20 minutes to pretty much figure out where to get to the rest of the shops. We finally make our way through. We find the sky ceiling. We're like, it's close. It's here. We walk up. I see this cafe. Not only is it stunning, it's packed. Okay. We walk up. What was her name? She was so sweet.
Barb.
Rem walks up, this sweet girl comes up, she's like, hi, are you Remi? And she's like, yes, because I was like, Remi, it says wait to be seated. And she's like, no, they told me to go like to the thing.
No, I
like,
know the owner.
Literally. She was like, no, they told me to like go up to the thing and just say I'm here. And I was like, oh, okay. We walk up. They bring us to this back table. She was like, oh, they just finished plating your table. I'm like, plating? Huh? Oh my God. Waffles, French toast, 6 different drinks, coffee, tea.
Like giant champagne
bottles.
Frosé.
Like, oh my God. I was like, I thought they were going to like give us a free coffee. Like
a coupon.
Anything. Donut. Oh my God. I posted it on my story because it was so stunning and so beautiful. Usually stuff that's super cute doesn't always taste the best.
Yeah.
You're doing it for the pic.
Yeah.
This was I think this was one of the best meals I've ever had in my life.
It was incredible. So I've been wanting to try this place for so long. So it's this girl named Alex, and she owns a bunch of different restaurants amongst Vegas. And I was telling Alisha, I've been dying to go, A, because it just looks really cute and I've been following for a long time. And B, Keith Lee rated their pizza the best in Vegas. And I trust anything Keith Lee says. So I've been dying to go. And she has a bunch of different restaurants. There's Cafe Lola, which is like a coffee shop where they have like cute little pastries and like cute things like that. What I really wanted to try is it's called Saint Honore Donuts. And they are like 20 minutes off the strip. Ugh. I've never gone because I don't usually drive to Vegas. So I would have to take a car and it's just like a little bit far out. And usually I'm just like gambling. So, can't make it. But I've been dying to go for so long. And they just opened up a Cafe Lola. There's also a chicken shop. But they just opened up the Cafe Lola in the strip, and it was like really exciting for them because obviously like that's huge. And so I've been following, and then all of a sudden one day I got a DM and they were like, hey, if you're in Vegas, like let us know. And then I was like, wait, I'm in Vegas. No. I'll let you know.
Like I thought it was better than our Bacchanal Cafe or buffet.
Yes.
Which says a lot.
The thing is with the buffet, obviously buffets are like so fun and delicious, but like it's all like at a certain level because they're making so much food.
When it's all you can eat.
Exactly. Like everything is good and there are some things that are better and some things that are worse, but like they're making so much. I feel like the level is already like, that's why buffets are usually not the best, but like Bacchanal is good. But Cafe Lola, obviously, they're just specializing in like these drinks and these pastries. And so I've been dying to try these donuts, and they're from a different shop, but they do carry a few of them at Cafe Lola. So when we walked in, they had them all laid out. We got to try the viral creme brulee donut.
Like I can taste everything and I'm really sad.
A cannoli donut.
And I don't usually like filled donuts.
The other one.
I ate them all.
Yes, a Nutella caramel crunch donut or something. And they're like a brioche base, and like they had these like caramelized tops. It was incredible. It was truly worth the hype. I agree. Cal told me I'm not allowed to do any more viral TikTok things like restaurants because like they're usually not good, and I usually drag him with me, and he's always like, no more, like they're not worth it. And there's lines.
I was gonna say what's not worth a lot of them is the super long line for it just to be like, yeah, that was good.
Yeah,
but this, I would wait hours for this meal again. Oh my God, the strawberry frosé, I almost drank the whole freaking bottle.
No, they were incredible.
It's
women
bottle.
owned. It's POC owned. Like they're iconic, and they're like doing such huge things in Vegas, which is so exciting. And it was truly worth like and shout out to Cora, our sweet barista.
The chicken sandwich.
We could talk about food all day long.
And the flatbread, I'm dreaming about, like the fried dough of it. I remember seeing it being like, I'd rather get full on like the French toast or the donuts or something like that. I devoured that flatbread, and it was so simple, but so good.
It was. I mean, all you got to do is throw something in the fryer and it's going to be incredible.
You should do a themed cooking with Remi. You should do a cooking with Remi of like inspired by their meals, their food.
Cafe Lola?
Yeah. Cafe Remi. Or we could just go back to Vegas. Either one.
Shout out to Cafe Lola. They were incredible.
They were incredible. Please go see them. Please go visit them. Like, honestly, oh my God, I would wait hours for that food. I would wait hours. And it was so, oh my God, it was so funny because we met a few people who there.
Yes.
And then
we looked insane. It was two of us with like 17 plates in the back, just screaming.
Once we were leaving, we like put together our trash. And it was so sweet. One girl, it was her birthday, and we were by like the really cute neon sign. So she went to go sit, and we were like, no, let us move our trash, because you do not want our half-eaten, salad or like whatever, the remnants of the frosé left in this. You know what I mean? Of the
crumbs.
The crumbs of our waffles, right? So I'm like moving everything, and then Remi's like, wait, do you want to hold one of the frosés for your photo? And she's like, oh my God, please, it's my birthday. So we're like, oh my God, well, let's let's clean off. So we're over here like literally busting the tables. We're like, hold on, we need to get you a good photo and you make it good.
It was funny because like they did not want us to do it. These were just strangers. They were like, no, it's okay. We're like, no, we have to.
I'm sorry. I would be like, oh, I wish this trash wasn't in my photo. You know what I mean? So then it was so funny because they were like, oh, did you have a big group? And we're like, no. Just us. And it looked like we had a big group. Like it wasn't like we ate a lot.
Everybody was like in the restaurant watching us eat this food, and like they kept looking and giving kind of like weird looks, like what are they doing?
Because we were filming too.
But it was amazing.
Then the manager came up.
He texted me because he was editing the clip, and he was like, "Hey, what do you want me to do with this long clip of you eating with just mariachi music playing?" Because we started eating, and because it was Mexican Independence Day, there were so many mariachi bands just everywhere playing.
Every casino.
Incredible. As we start eating, like 3 minutes in, I'm filming a whole mukbang. It's just music starts blaring.
That's funny.
So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that clip. Maybe I'll do a voiceover or something.
Well, also I know we zoned out because it was just so good. So like,
it's fine.
I'm sure it's just, I was like, oh my God, it was so good. Anyway, we'll stop talking about how good Cafe Lola was. But that was one of those moments where we sent a photo in the group chat being like, haha, look at us. No reply. I was like,
they're just so jealous.
They're so speechless. They're stunned for 24 hours, stunned. And yeah, so that was funny. Today's episode of Pretty Basic is sponsored by ZBiotics. And let me tell you, I needed this after our last night out. After a night of a few drinks, the next day can be extremely rough, but not anymore thanks to ZBiotics. Remi is the one who introduced this to me, added it to the list of Miss Remi Ashton, made me buy it. I have purchased this so much. It's a staple in my pantry. Seriously, if you're someone who loves to have a good time but hates the next day struggle, you need to hear this. Listen up. It's a probiotic invented by actual PhD scientists to tackle those rough mornings after drinking. When you drink, alcohol gets turned into this toxic byproduct in your gut. And that, not dehydration, is what actually makes you feel like trash the next day. And ZBiotics has this enzyme that breaks down that byproduct before it messes you up. It's proactive, so you don't have to rely on the typical post-drinking remedies like electrolytes or greasy food or whatever. And I'm going to be extremely, extremely honest. I was extremely skeptical at first, but trying it after a festival, let me tell you, that'll turn you into a believer. I even did Vegas recently and I did it with no problem. Now, anytime I'm going out, I can actually enjoy my night out without worrying about the next morning. Plus, it's so easy to take. You just drink one ZBiotics before your first drink and that's it. You're covered. I'm honestly blown away at how simple and effective it is. Join the movement of empowered women who are choosing ZBiotics for fresher, more productive mornings. Trust me, once you try it, you'll never want to go without it. Go to zbiotics.com/prettybasic to get 15% off your first order with Pretty Basic. And if you're not happy with it, no worries. They have a 100% money back guarantee. That's zbiotics.com/prettybasic and use the code prettybasic for 15% off. Thank you, ZBiotics, for sponsoring this episode and keeping us feeling good. Your future self will thank you the next time you wake up feeling amazing after a night out.
So after that, we go back to our casino because it's time to gamble. So we decided to go to the high limit slots because...
Well, and we were going to check out because our flight was that night.
Yes. We had to go pack. We put our luggage at the front and we go to the high limit slots room because they have free cookies in there and snacks in case you didn't know.
Yeah, anyone can walk in there.
Didn't get any snacks. So we were like, okay, we'll go here. We've never gone in these rooms before. Mm-hmm. And we were betting, we were like going a little crazy. And, every once in a while we do like a $15 bet when you're really feeling like you've already won, you're up. You might do like a $20 bet, but like it's still very stressful. Obviously, it's a lot of money to do on slots.
Yeah.
So Alisha and I are sitting there, we're playing, going down to the $5, hitting the $5 for a little while, like at the very bare minimum, bottom of these high limit slots,
which are still high for the regular slots, I would say.
Yes. No, it's like a higher for like a regular slot, but like low at the lowest end for these high limit ones. But we wanted the snacks. So we're sitting there and we're hitting. And so it's Alisha.
Girl math, it was free because we got free cookies.
Yes, got a free cookie. It's Alisha on the left, me on the middle, open slot machine on the right. And then suddenly this man comes and sits down. I've run out of money at this point. So I'm just sitting there and I'm just kind of like watching Alisha. I'm chilling. And I'm watching this guy next to me. He comes up. He puts down 3 vouchers next to me. And I do think he was very nice. He was definitely trying to like show off a bit to us.
Oh, I'm sure.
He was, even like the way he was talking to us. He was like showing off.
He wasn't being
demure.
Not demure.
He was not demure or mindful, honestly. Just when I get into the story. He puts these 3 vouchers down next to me. And so obviously I'm looking and I feel like he put them down so I would look. $30,000 of vouchers. It's 3 little white tickets, 10,000, 10,000, 10,000.
Which the vouchers are like, if you cash out of a machine, it'll like print your earnings. So like that's what the vouchers are.
I figured he probably just like went to the cashier and was like 30 grand in cash and was like, give me vouchers. Like,
oh no, I think
for it to be exactly 10,000 though. I think like that's what he uses instead of putting in like $10,000 of cash.
Oh, maybe that.
So he puts down the vouchers and he is just, I'm not kidding, like that fast, just hitting. $750 a spin. I've never seen anyone in my life do this, ever. And I was trying not to watch because I didn't know if he wanted me to, but then like I realized he wanted me to watch and he wanted me to talk to him about it.
And because I was playing very slow and it would be like, you won $5. I'd be like, woo! Like I'd be like, scream. I was like, oh my God, Remi, I won. I kept waiting for it to do this one thing where like if you get 6 of the certain coins, it like does this, it triggers the machine to like get this earning thing or whatever. And it makes a specific noise when it does that. So I kept hearing his machine doing that. So I finally like look over and I'm like, well, like, let's go. Cause that's the one thing about us, whether we're up or we're down, we are cheering for everyone.
We'll cheer for the table. We'll cheer for a stranger.
And literally, and we'll
when
make
you win, we win.
Exactly. Oh my God, you trying to get everyone to bid on 14 was so funny. We would be like, let's go. And then people would be like, okay, let's go. Like we are good vibes and good energy. We just love it. So we look over and we're like, yeah, let's go. And he's like pissed. He was like, yeah, but he was like, oh, it was only 5K or something like that. And I was like, oh, only 5K.
Yeah.
Only 5K. And then I look at Remi and she's like looking at me with these eyes and is like looking over.
I was trying to get her to look at the vouchers.
Look at the vouchers. So then finally I see the voucher. The top one was like 9K or something. I was like, oh, and then I look and I saw how much he was bidding per spin. This is what I was saying earlier. I didn't even know that you can change how much you're bidding per spin. Before, like I thought it was just like a certain.
No, he was betting $750 over and over and over and over and over. And I was just watching. And at one point so I was cheering with him. Now at this point, I'm just like making small talk because I'm curious. Who is this man?
Oh no, literally.
And so he's betting. He's like, I really need to win this. I need to win that. And so once he got, because you guys were playing the same game. So once he got those 6 coins or whatever, he triggered the thing. He won $9 grand. And I was like, woo! And he was like, no, it's not good enough.
You'd be like, come on.
Like you just put that in and you literally, and so he burned through all 30 grand of that in like maybe 10 minutes.
Yes. And he goes, I've already put 100K into this machine.
I didn't know he said that.
Yes. He literally goes, I already put 100K into this. So to win 9K, like that's bullshit. And I was like, meanwhile, I won I think I won like $200 within those like rolls. And then I like hearing my 200 compared to his 9K. I was like, that is wild. But I was still so excited. Don't you worry. I was like, I won $200.
No, I mean, like it was just crazy. I've never seen anyone gamble like that.
Never.
Also, when I was chit-chatting with him, so I found out what he does. I won't give his name or anything, obviously too crazy, but I will say that he owns a very large chain of gas stations, all of them. All of them. In a very specific country.
Yeah.
And so to him, this was pennies, I'm sure. And so we're just...
Guys.
I called my dad this morning. I told him, my dad was like, he's fine.
Oh, no. And when suddenly it all tracks together. Because I'm like, okay, for him to blow 100K on a slot machine. Then Rem goes, and at first I was like, is that really his job? Like, we don't know that. He like very casually, but again, not very demure.
No, he wanted me to ask.
He because he was asking.
No, because this is what happened. I said, what do you do? Oh, I own blank gas station, all of them in this country. I was like, no way. Boom, he had his website ready.
He had his website up. He showed us his card and we were like, ready. Okay, that tracks. And then you go, how often do you come here? Yes. He goes, once a month.
Also, I don't know if you heard this, but at one point I was chit-chatting with him and then one of the casino workers came over and starts like talking to him. And the guy goes like, oh, no, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Thank you though. Like, thank you. And then he walked away and then he looks at me and he goes, so I like come here so often that this guy was loving that we were asking questions.
I know.
He's like, I come here so often that they'll shut down this room for me. They'll shut down whatever I want in here. And he's like, but it's fine. Like everyone can stay here today. Imagine all the cookies you could get for free.
No, AKA us. Like the 2 girls sitting next to him in sweatpants.
in our hats.
In our sweatpants. Yeah, so he said that, and I was like, oh my, because you had asked, you were like, oh, is this your preferred hotel? Like, do you always come to this one? He was like, yeah, that's why they keep coming up, because like, if I wanted a slot machine that someone's on, they would kick them out for me, or like, if I wanted a whole area shut down, like, they would do that, but like, it's fine. And we were like, crazy. Then he said something about his wife, and then you were like, oh, does she come to Vegas? And he was like, not as much as I do. she like gets bored or something. I was like, yeah, well, once a month, I would rather stay in whatever mansion I'm sure they own too. You know what I mean?
Crazy, you guys.
So then,
he was
then
very nice.
He was very nice, and he had asked. He was like, "Oh, what do you guys do?" We're like, "Oh, we're just influencers." Like it sounded so lame. And he was like, "Oh, like what do you influence on?" And my favorite when people ask that, because that happened a lot this weekend, I'd be like, "Well, like she's a chef." Like it sounds like me being like, "Oh, I just do like lifestyle stuff." It sounds so like tee
fine.
No. Every time I'm like, "Oh yeah, she's like a professional celebrity chef." Like it's so much more legit than me being like,
"It's not. It's not."
No, it is.
I will say, I don't know if I've told you this before though, because like obviously like everybody goes to Vegas. All walks of life go to Vegas. The amount of times that I'll be at a table with Cal, because we love Vegas, all of a sudden it's always the streamers. And I don't know that they're streamers because like I don't watch streams, but Cal loves streamers. And he'll be like, oh my God, that's like this person. Oh my God, that's like that person. Streamers specifically will come up and throw down like 10K, 20K on a color. Like I've seen it happen like 5 times with different streamers.
I've never seen that.
It's like the streamers love Vegas.
Well, I would watch someone's live doing that.
No, they're not streaming. They just come and they do.
I thought they're at least
and they'll come decked out in like the Louis Vuitton outfits with like the bags and all these things. And Cal's like, it's this guy.
Okay,
like, oh my God.
But what's crazy is like the guy who we were talking to. Obviously, he's probably damn near a billionaire. Like he wasn't dressed like that.
Sweet man.
Like he looked average, like
normal guy.
Like he was nice. Like it was just really funny. And he like I don't know, like comparing those two people, it's just like crazy.
What is it? Money talks, wealth whispers.
Wealth whispers. What is it? Quiet luxury.
Mm-hmm. He was a very nice man. He
was
lost a lot of money, but he got up and blinked and walked away.
Oh well, and then the only other thing that happened, because at one point you walked away. And I think you were getting cookies or something like that. This other person walked by and they were telling their friend who was like across from us, like, oh, I'm going to go get more money out of the ATM or something like that. And then he had like yelled like, oh, just go buy the bank or something. And I was like, ha 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 ha. And then I was like, that's the plan, right? As if that's even the plan for me. But he was like, no, you just need a sugar daddy. And I was like, oh, do you have any friends? And then I laughed and then he didn't really say anything after that.
He lost his money so fast and then he got up and he left.
Well, yeah, exactly. He probably just had so many friends lined up for me.
Oh, yeah, he didn't answer that at all.
I think he chuckled, but I was like, oh yeah, let me know if you have any friends.
You're like, no, I'm being serious.
No. I was like, like waiting for any more of a reaction. Like,
you have to be serious.
I know.
Oh yeah, let me know.
Me, wait. So you have
a card?
friends?
Be like, you have a card.
You have a brother. You got like. You know,
that was crazy.
I would move. I'd be international. Bye, bitch.
That's
Pretty
fine.
Basic goes international.
And that's fine.
Alisha gets a sugar daddy.
That would be iconic. I just like, also, I'm sure that's so normal for Vegas, obviously, like what that guy did. It's just crazy seeing it. And it was also crazy that he was nice. I feel like he was very normal and warm and friendly.
No, yeah, that definitely. And he also, because you were like, oh, how'd you get into that industry? And he was like, oh, just like heritage, like my dad like owned it and blah, blah, blah. I was like, damn, that is crazy. Mm-hmm. And then, oh my God, at one point he like stopped and like took a phone call. And I was just so curious what was happening on that phone call. I was like,
I think it was his wife. Oh. She was literally walking over.
Oh, I didn't know she was there that trip.
Yeah, she walked right back. She walked over, yeah.
Is that who we said bye to?
Yeah.
She was so pretty.
Yeah,
oh my God.
Really
but again, I obviously would think that they're wealthy, but I wouldn't guess like the level of wealth that they had. They looked so chill.
Money though, girl.
That's
crazy. That is crazy.
Right after that, Rem and I decided to go to dinner because in the Plaza there's this restaurant. It was called Ma, and we happened to go there because they got us a comp to dinner. But we loved it so much, we were like, let's go back. And before our flight, we're getting more soup dumplings. They were the best soup dumplings I've ever had in my life, and I loved Din Tai Fung. I love the Trader Joe's ones. These were literally the best soup dumplings I've ever had in my life.
I agree. Cooking with Remi agrees.
They Celebrity were Chef Cooking with Remi agrees.
Really, really good.
So we're like, okay, we're gonna run in, we're gonna eat, and then we're going to catch our flight. We didn't catch the flight.
We didn't get on our flight. Mid-eating, we were like, I don't want to go home yet.
It's so funny because Rem gave me that look.
I was just ready to stay. I just felt like there was more to do. We were having so much
fun. It also reminded me of our like Asia trip of just being us. And I was like, I forgot how much fun we have just traveling us together. Like, love the guys, but like we had so much fun once they left. Like, not in a
mean way.
No.
But also it's just like, I mean, first of all, girls trips, like there is a reason why girlfriends exist. Like it is a cathartic, incredible experience to have girlfriends. And a girls trip is so much fun.
And you and I just know each other. So like we know, you don't have to second guess like, hey, do you guys want to do this? Or like, what's the vibe of the group? Like it's just like, let's go, bitch.
Let's just have fun.
Exactly.
Let's see where the night takes us.
So we said, you know what? Let's just see if we can change our flight for no additional cost. That's the first test. That's the first little hurdle. I say that, and before I can even finish that sentence, Rem turns her phone. She's already on the website. I was like, oh, okay.
Just pondering.
Would you look at that? No additional cost. We could just like buy another room tonight because Venetian was so nice. They gifted us this hotel room. So we didn't even, girl math, we didn't pay for the room this whole weekend. Let's just buy a room for tonight. Girl math.
The room is available.
The room was available.
Shout out to Karen.
Yes, at
she
the
was
front
a subscriber
desk.
who worked at the front desk.
Oh my God. So then this is when we felt like little rats because we're at dinner and we're like, okay, let's just change this. We're just gonna change that. Okay, perfect. And then we're eating our soup dumplings, and then we're suddenly like, oh, if we're staying, we might as well get a cocktail. So then we get a cocktail, and it was so good. Oh, they gave us free champagne.
Yes.
Also met subscriber
at the front desk.
At the front desk of the restaurant.
Yes.
We really met a lot of you guys, and it meant so much, especially because I always say this, but whenever like they're like older, like cool girls, I'm like, why would you watch us? Like not you because you're a celebrity chef, but me, like just in general. I'm like, wait, you're too pretty to like. I feel like what do you get? I feel like I should watch your videos.
That's what I agree with, especially when they're like so stunning, gorgeous, and they're like, I love your videos, like I love whatever it is. Like I'm like, you're watching how to put makeup on from me.
No, literally.
There's no way.
Like I don't know what you could potentially even learn.
Yes.
Or even like, how do you like? No, I don't get it.
It doesn't make sense.
Everyone we met this weekend, stunning. Yes. I was just like, oh.
And sweet
Are
and nice.
Our viewers hot as fuck?
Oh my God, you need to give a shout out to Leela.
Oh my God. So I'll say this on the Basically episode, but I like snuck my way over to Cascade when we were at the, and I like went up to the DJ booth and I'm just like chilling there and vibing. This gorgeous girl again comes up. She's like, oh my God, are you Alisha? I was like, shut up. Yes, I am. And then she's like, I watched you. Oh my God, I like grew up with you, blah, blah, blah. My name's Leela. She like lives in Vegas now. She just parties all the time. And then I was like, oh wait, have you seen Remi? That was my favorite thing when people would come up. And if I wasn't with you, I'd be like, wait, Rem's over here. Cause obviously it's different if they're like, oh, I watch Schoolisha or like I watch your videos when I like was young and stuff. But if they ever see the podcast, I'm like, duh. I'm like, they obviously know you. Yeah. So I'm like, oh my God, did you see Remi? And then they freak out. I love watching that. I love watching that. So shout out Leela.
One time I was doing the slots and these girls came up as I had hit one of the jackpot
I know who
things.
you're talking. Oh, I forget their names.
They were so sweet and they were like, oh my God. Like, and so I got up to take like photos and hug them as the machine's just like, and they're like, you won.
You're like, it doesn't matter. I want to meet you.
No, literally, I was just hugging and we're like taking photos.
It was one of their 21st birthday.
And then I'm like, oh my God, Alicia's here. And they just freak out. And I point at you and you're literally hunched over one of the machines, just like in the background.
With my hat looking like a little rat.
I was like, she'll love it. You should go over there.
Yeah, they came up and I was like, hi. So yeah, we're just fun. This is also how you know you're just like with like good best friends. The amount of times we could probably have a tally of 100 times that we looked at each other and we'd be like, we're like the funniest people ever. Like we are actually the funniest best friends ever. Like ever. And that's how you know you found your best friend.
Like the chat was so funny.
No one fucking replied.
But here's the thing.
They were so sad.
I think they were really sad. I think they were really jealous. I also do think like, and at the end of the day, all that matters is that you and I have similar senses of humor. Maybe they don't align and maybe they were really just like, oh, they're just updating us. But like to us, we were like, this is so funny. This is so like, we haven't seen them in a day. They're checking this now and they think we're doing nothing and we're doing all this. Like, that's so funny of us.
No, I think they were laughing. I think we do have the same humor, hence the podcast working. But maybe just like in that moment when we were like crying, laughing of me sending you with the Frosé bottle, there's like, oh, like that tracks.
That's the thing. I think we just have similar senses of humor. Just different enough. And that's fine because as long as you and I are having fun, that's all that matters.
We all know how crazy life can get sometimes. And honestly, Taylor Farms chopped salad kits have been my lifesaver lately. Between work, social life, and just trying to stay healthy, it's so hard to find the time to prepare a full meal sometimes. But with these kits, I don't have to compromise. I can have something delicious, quick, and super nutritious without all the hassle of prepping and chopping. Also, guys, Taylor Farms is amazing because they make eating healthy so easy and fun. I love how it actually feels satisfying, not like one of those sad salads that leave you hungry after, like an hour or so. Plus, they're perfect for on-the-go days when I'm running between shoots or errands. I personally love their Asian chopped salad kit. It's super crunchy. It's got like cabbage, kale, and like crispy wontons. It's so good. And you can also tailor it to your tastes with how much dressing and toppings that you want to put on it. Also, everything is pre-washed, pre-cut, and ready to go. Some days I just toss together as is, but when I'm feeling a little something more filling, I add grilled chicken, grilled shrimp, or extra veggies. I love it. And I also love that they come so tiny chopped. If you don't want like big bites of lettuce, they are so satisfying to eat and so yummy. Taylor Farms is where convenience meets freshness, hands down. I mean, it's not just convenient, it's also just a little bit of self-care, you know? Knowing you're fueling your body with something good, especially when life gets overwhelming, feels like you're taking care of yourself without any of the extra effort. And with over 30 flavors, you're never stuck with a boring salad. Plus, they're available at all major grocery stores, so it's easy to grab and go. Whether you're a salad lover or just someone who needs a quick, healthy meal option, these are the best. Trust me, once you try them, you'll be hooked. They're available at all major grocery stores, so if you're looking for something fresh, easy, and actually satisfying, these kits are where it's at. No more stressing over what to make for lunch or dinner. They've done all the work for you. Pick up a Taylor Farms chopped salad kit and tailor it to your tastes. Hey guys, it's Remi. So I'm super excited because I'm finally getting my first facial at Hand & Stone. I've been hearing amazing things about it, especially from Alisha. She was raving and going on and on about how it's just transformed her skin. And naturally, I had to try it out for myself. Alisha's told me all about the personalized approach that they take, which is what really sold me. They don't just give you a one-size-fits-all facial. They actually sit you down for like a consultation to figure out exactly what your skin needs, which honestly, I mean, even looking at Alisha and my skin, we have such different needs for our skin. She's always focusing on pores. I'm always focusing on scarring. And so it's really nice to be able to sit down with a professional who knows what to do to give us exactly what we need. And I'm getting a custom facial that's tailored to my skincare goals. And I'm so ready to start this journey. They have services like deep hydration facials, LED phototherapy, and more. I actually think I'm going to get the Clarity RX hydrating facial when I go because it's amazing for deep hydration, improving skin texture and reducing fine lines. Plus, it leaves your skin looking so plump and fresh. It's basically everything that my skin needs right now. I'm especially excited because it's not just about the facial. Hand & Stone also offers massage therapies like hot stone and deep tissue treatments. You guys know I love a massage. And you can get a full wellness experience in one visit. I love that they take this holistic approach to self-care. And honestly, with over 600 locations across the US and Canada, it's so easy to fit into my schedule. I'm even thinking about joining their membership program because it gives you access to discounted services, flexible scheduling, and you can go to any location, which is perfect for when I'm traveling. If you've been thinking about trying a facial, now is the time. Book your first facial at Hand & Stone and see why I'm so excited. Plus, they're offering free aromatherapy with your introductory facial, which is a $10 value. Just use code PRETTYBASICFREEAT when you book online or in spa. That's PRETTYBASICFREEAT. Offer is good until December 31st, 2024.
What else was really funny was, keep in mind, we put our luggage in guest services where you normally put your luggage when you check in or check out and you're waiting for a car or something or to check in. So as we go down there, we hand them our ticket. They go, perfect, you need a taxi for the airport? And we go, no, we're actually going to take those back. And then we scurry our way up the escalator with our luggage, pulling them back up the opposite way because now we got our new room and we brought our luggage to the new room for 2 seconds, dropped it off, went back down to Gamble. We talked about going to the club that night. We talked about going back to karaoke that night. We did go back to Sushi Samba.
We did go back.
And that's where we met Alyssa and Alina. And they were great. And what else? Oh, what was the Wagyu?
Oh,
the Kobe.
Yes.
Oh, we love food.
Yeah. I could talk about food all day long.
So
I really could.
Needless to say, yeah. So we really did the damn thing.
We did. We went to bed after that and then came home and now we're here. That feels like a long time ago.
No, it feels like a year ago.
That was literally the day before yesterday that we were just eating.
No, yeah. Like yesterday I came home.
That's so crazy. And all in all, we did the damn thing. It was fun.
So fun.
Can't wait for Vegas again.
Can't wait to go back. I do want to go back when Adele sings.
I know.
That is November. That is soon. But I'm not opposed.
I would go back.
I would go back. Only like Adele's iconic and like knowing she's going to be taking a break, best publicity she could have ever done because now I'm like, we got to go.
How long did she say she's taking a break for?
Like 10 years or something like that. Wow. I think she just wants to like be a mom for a minute.
As she should. She's engaged.
Yeah, like it is exciting. And so I would go back.
What's your favorite Adele song of all time? Top 3.
I don't even know if I know, like, I feel like all her, just like her big hit ones.
Yes.
Rolling in the
That's the thing though, like with her, because she has so many big hits. I mean, yes, every song is good. Like her Residency would be incredible because you know every song.
Even if she does a cover of literally anything, it would be amazing. Like I just know it would be such a good show. And like I love shows where people aren't robots and like seeing her tear up and like cry and like talk and engage with the crowd. Like those are my favorite types of shows.
I can't even get into it. The one where I believe it was an older man had like a photo of his wife.
No, like I can't, Remi.
And she like calls it out and then she starts crying.
But like she's so human, and that's what I love about.
I know.
Like
I know.
When I go to see a concert, I want to see that. Like obviously I want people to sing and stuff, but I feel like I've seen a lot of people perform who like barely say a word. And I'm like, no, I want to get to know you. I want to feel like I know you. Don't cry. Don't cry at the makeup.
It was just really sweet. Like,
no, it's so sweet.
Have you seen the video?
Or people propose. I didn't see that one.
She calls it out. She's like, she starts crying and she's like, I saw a man holding a photo, and like she obviously is like, we understands that like the wife had passed away, and so she just like calls. It's like hysterical. The little girl recently that dressed up as her, she was like 5 years old, dressed up as her. So cute.
This is how I like to live life. Will I regret this or will I not regret this?
That's a good way to live.
I don't think I'd regret going back to Vegas in November to see Adele.
I also really want to see Shania Twain. I love Shania
Are they there
Twain.
the same time?
Yeah, I think so.
We've yet to go and see a show together.
I would love to see Shania. I wanted to see Katie's residency.
I will. Okay, here's the thing. And this is my hot take. Katy, I love you, okay? As if we're on a first name basis with each other. Katy Perry. When I watched her performance recently, her
at the VMAs.
That I was like, see, it's her branding that I think. I love her songs. I love her and I love her songs. But the Vegas residency, like I don't want to see a giant toilet.
Yeah.
Like it's a little too funky for me. But I love her songs. Dark Horse, love. And so seeing her VMA performance where she was a little more edgy, I fucked with that so hard. I was like, I want to see her a little more of like that Katy.
Really?
Than like sparklers coming out of her tits, Katy.
I don't in Vegas though, because I don't think she would do the toilet anywhere else. Like Vegas is like so random to me. It like makes the most sense for Vegas, but I also like
that's also her though.
I wouldn't care. Yeah, I think I'd just be like that was weird, but then move on. But I do think it makes sense for Vegas. If it's gonna make sense anywhere, it's gonna be Vegas.
Yes, but I think I would be a diehard Katy cat if her like it was less kooky like that.
Okay.
You know? But also like, do you, girl?
In general, like you'd be a bigger fan of her?
I think I would be a bigger, because I like her, but I'm not like obsessed with her. I wouldn't say she's one of my top 3. But when I saw her VMA performance, I was like, I fucking like, this is so good. It's so hot. It's so fun. It's like, the songs are great. Like I love her songs.
And Cal and I were watching it. And like the first like 6 minutes or something, like she was like flying up in the air and he just goes, what the fuck is going on? But I was like,
I loved it.
She sounds amazing.
And it was
to be able to do that. You know who's also underrated? Pink.
You know what sucks though is like things like that are like so hard. The normal audience is just
understand.
Like they're like, we get it, you can fly.
No, to be able to sound that good,
to sound
while flying,
so good.
I'm so sorry. I was watching Sabrina Carpenter also at the VMAs, like come down in the little like thing. I would be screaming. Like you would catch me on like even just like a little like because I'd be scared. Like they don't do any of that. Like they're even if the thing jolts, like they keep their composure, and I give them credit for that.
Well, I think that's what makes like true like artists and like stars is like that's when they shine. They feel like they're home on stage. Yeah. Like they're not like shaking in their boots. Like oh my god, I'm scared of heights. They're like this is where I belong. Yeah. You know?
I was not meant for the stage.
I don't think I could do that level of anything.
Mm-mm.
You know.
It's scary.
Oh yeah, especially when it's like, oh my God, Beyonce with her Dubai thing on that little like circle.
Mm-hmm. But like again, but she was made for it. Like she
made for it, yeah.
All of these people, crazy. Good for them.
Crazy. All that to say, Katy, I do love you, and I loved your VMA performance, and you killed it, and you sounded amazing.
She sounded really good.
She sounded really good. But speaking of Vegas, I'm shocked we've yet to do that together yet.
A Vegas residency.
Yeah.
You know who was really good? Silk Sonic.
No, the way that that's a regret. That's a regret in my life that I didn't go back to Vegas to see them when they came back.
I'm curious if they're going to come out with more albums.
Probably. It was so popular.
They like, when they accepted their awards, I remember how they got like a bunch of Grammys and then they like, I think they took themselves out for the next ones because they're like, we're going to give people a chance to win or something along those lines. They made it sound like they're not doing it again.
It wouldn't shock me because they kind of seem like okay, been there, done that.
I was shocked because it was so good.
But also I could see them doing it again because I'm sure it was so refreshing and so much fun to do something new. The same way like us starting a podcast together was like, oh, this is fresh and new and like you can have someone else to like bounce ideas off and stuff. So I'm like, just be collaborative. So like, it wouldn't shock me if they stay or if they come back or if they never do again.
I will say, you know who does not take a day off? Anderson .Paak. That man is everywhere.
Restaurant.
DJ
Pee-wee.
DJ. It's crazy. He's doing a live show soon.
Is he really?
Yes.
Oh my God. Should we go?
I'm going. As you know, Cal loves him. If he said I could come if he can't find another friend. So
oh my God.
fingers crossed.
You make sure all his friends are busy. You're like, hey, I got you
hey, oh my God, I think I booked your room at Tahiti. So
yeah, oops, sorry. We had a blast. We will be back. If not for Adele, maybe Shania Twain.
I would die to see them like back to back.
Oh,
Like a Friday night and a Saturday night.
they're there at the same time?
I believe so.
We should.
I'm going to look into it.
If not, Carrie Underwood is also going to be there soon.
I love Carrie Underwood. Wait, really?
Taryn got tickets. That's how I know.
In Vegas? That's my go-to karaoke song, everybody. Wasted by Carrie Underwood.
So yeah, that was half of our Vegas trip. Obviously the rest will be on Basically Unfiltered. We're recording that episode later today. So go watch that. Go subscribe to the Patreon.
Yes.
But enough Vegas. We're home now.
We're home.
We partied, work hard, play hard. Now we're going to work hard. Speaking of working, cooking with Remi, anything new?
Oh, work related. Honestly, no, back to normal routine. Just trying to post something every day. Just trying to.
What do you mean trying? You do it so gracefully.
Trying to continue to do that.
There you
Thank
go.
you so
because,
much.
you know, one of us took a break for like a month.
And that is okay. Yes?
If it was intentional, it would have been okay.
Either way, everybody needs to take breaks.
Either way.
No, be gentle on yourself.
I am. I'm annoyed, but I'm gentle.
Why are you
I'm gently annoyed.
Gently annoyed is
It's
so
just,
good.
There's just so much to do. It's like hard to keep up with everything.
I remember there was a new platform that was like in talks of becoming a big thing. And I had like a brand call and they were like, you should really get on this. And I was like, I actually don't think I physically can do that. Like, I really actually think I've hit my point of being able to like do everything and post everything every day.
It's also hard figuring out like when to delegate stuff and when not to. And like my vlogs, I'm like, oh, like I need to get back on them. But I don't know. I think I need to figure out a new like editing system. Because right now I'm like, there's no reason to not have more vlogs up. You know what I mean? But like, it's just.
I think we go in lulls though too. It's like if there's interesting stuff going on or.
I know, because I don't want it to be boring
mundane.
either.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I think that you just have to find that groove with it.
Yeah. More than anything, I think I just need routine.
You love a routine.
I love a routine. My rising and moon Libra loves routine. And I haven't had one in a few months. So.
I've tried so hard to become a routine girl, and I actually have, but it doesn't itch anything for me.
I feel like you have more of a routine than I do.
I become a routine person. I'm very routine, but like if I get off of it, I don't really care. I'm like, that's fine. Like as long as for me, more than routine and like keeping the consistent like schedule, I like more of a to-do list where I'm like, okay, I did this and I did that. And like that itches a part of my brain more than like a certain time frame situation.
Yeah. Mine's less of like the time of the day, like, but having a few things that are very routinely throughout my week.
Oh, so you're to-do listy too then?
Yeah. It's less of like at 9 a.m. I'm going to do this. It's more of like every day I'm going to send any footage I have to an editor, or I'm going to organize my footage every day at the end of the day, or like certain things, like more to do, but very routinely as in every day.
I always thought, because you say routine, I always thought you were like craving, like literally you wake up at 7, you do this from 7 to 8.
No, I feel like that gives me more anxiety.
I've made that now and I do that, but it like doesn't scratch anything.
No, for me, it's like every day I want to like get a workout in, every day I want to, you know what I mean? Versus like the time that I don't care what time I get it done.
Got it.
Yeah.
I will say, I like have developed a system now where I like wake up at a certain time, go do workout at this time, come home, walk the dogs at this time. So it's good to like get it done, but I don't know. I'm working on it.
We can cut this if you want to, but you did mention to me on the way over here that you have an exciting wedding update next week.
Oh, okay. Yes. I won't go too much into this. I just talked about this on the vlog recently, but I've decided to stop talking about wedding venue stuff because I've been updating the vlogs here and there. I update you guys here and there as well. Not that I have like a ton to relay, but I've decided to stop talking about wedding venue stuff after this. I still have no venue because I do believe in a weird superstitious way, maybe that's why it's not working out.
I'm dead. Well, I was going to say though, all the comments on like the last time that you said you're like, I'm talking about it too much, they were like, no, I love this because I'm also getting married. Like,
no,
it's
they're
like
so nice.
They really like. I don't think it's too much.
It's not even in
that makes sense now that you're worried
about. It's not in the sense of too much. It's really like because I also decided I was like
you're jinxing it.
I will. It's more of just yes. I'm like it keeps not working out. I've fallen in love. I fell in love with one venue initially and I was like, this is the one. And then I ended up pulling back on that one just because of some things that happened like behind the scenes that are just like, oh, okay, this isn't the one. And I wasn't 1,000% in love with it yet. And it was too early on to make a decision. So then, but I really did think that was going to be it. Pulled back on that one, looked again, have been looking at so many venues. I've looked at like 50 venues now at this point, not like physically gone, but like online. I physically looked at like
genuinely considered.
Yes. And then I found this one that I was like, this is the one. This is the one. And I really thought it was going to be the one. We all thought it was going to be the one. But the only thing is I know what I wanted my guest count to be. And then after I saw this place, they were like, actually, it will only hold 2/3 of your guest list. And so then I was like, that's fine. I'm so in love with this place. I will cut a lot of people.
Well, also you are the type of person who's like, well, I have to invite like my facialist or like I have to invite my nail girl. Like,
I've actually not done that.
Really?
No, I haven't done that.
Oh, wow.
I already cut back from the first, because initially we made a list and it was really
500
big.
people.
And that was everybody that I could have invited. And like, I do want everyone to feel included. But then once you start seeing numbers, you're
not
like,
when you're paying for every single person.
I got to cut that down. So I cut it down to a really good list. But even within that list, they were like, this is too big for this space. And I was like, okay, no worries. I'll cut it back even more just because I loved the space so much. And I was like really willing to do anything to get this space. And the lady was so nice that ran it. She literally texted the agent after saying how much she loved Cal and I and that we were so sweet. And like the agent was like, I've never gotten a text about a couple before. So we were like,
that's a big
we got
compliment.
this in the bag. And she was so nice. She even like pulled out her calendar to like see when we wanted to book it. Like it was so beautiful. It was such a perfect space. The only thing that ended up happening was half of the space they wouldn't let you use. Like there was this beautiful great lawn, but they weren't letting us use it because just this like specific
not to ruin the grass
venue. Yeah, they don't like it for like noise and things, which I totally understand. But that was like everything basically had to be done inside, and I had wanted to do most things outside.
And then when you're paying that much, it's like, well so then I
was honestly like, it's fine, we'll just do it. And my planner was like, Remi, you're already sacrificing 1/3 of your guest list. Like this is another big thing that you're sacrificing. Like you can do it if you want, but like let's like really take a step back and think like there probably is another venue out there that you'll love just as much and you can get what you want and the amount of people you want. And I was like,
and you can always book the other one if you want.
Exactly.
You know, you might have to change dates, but it's like that's still there.
It was I appreciated, like, obviously he does this for a living, like this is his profession. So he was like, you don't want to give up on everything that you want.
That's why you pay those people. Like you need someone who you can trust to tell you no. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like that's why you want their opinion.
Yes. And so I was obviously bummed about that, but at the same time, totally understand. Like being realistic, you should be able to have a few things that you want at your wedding.
Oh, for real.
And so I was like, you're so right. And they were like big things, obviously. So I ended up deciding to not go with that one. And we're back at the drawing board. I did find another venue that I really like. We're going to go see it next week. Have no ideas, but I will stop with the updates because I do feel like there's nothing to update yet. So until
I don't think
it happens, I will. No.
It's on camera.
Yeah, I will.
I'm curious if you're going to find it once you stop talking about it.
I know. I think I might.
I think you might.
I have a good feeling about it. Honestly, at this point, I don't care. I really don't care anymore.
I feel like that's the cool part too, because it's like, even just booking like hotels or vacations are hard for me because I'm like, well, if we want to be by the water, these are the only ones available. And then it's like, oh, well, are we fine to be across the street from the water? Because now that just opened 200 more options. You know what I mean? And then you have to go back from the drawing board and you go from the first one, and then pets or no pets. And then that makes it like, so I can only imagine wedding, like, oh my God.
Honestly, I think it's good though. Obviously, I would have loved to have found like the dream venue right off the bat. But at the same time, like I was talking to Kay about this because she called me and she's like, what's going on? I was like, I honestly don't care. And she was like, that is the best place to be when planning a wedding because then it's actually fun.
Yeah.
It's not too stressful. I haven't been stressed at all, which is good. So
I am glad, I've already said this, but I'm glad that you've been to a handful of weddings now within the past year because I feel like that even helps be like, okay, what's the vibe I want, you know?
Also, we all know something always is going to go wrong. So we're just going to have a good time. At the end of the day, I get to marry Cal, whom I love so much, and all is going to be good.
We did joke or not joke about you just eloping in Vegas.
I'm being 1,000% honest. Like it has crossed my mind many a time. I'm getting close to it. I really am.
I get it.
I will say we got the dress though, so I might be wearing that dress to the courthouse.
Fly in the dress.
Which would be so cute, actually, like in a Vegas, a Vegas chapel. I would really like. I'm getting close. I'm being 1,000% honest. I am.
Speaking of though, we were in the casino and we see this like bride by herself, but she was in such a cute little outfit.
She's so cute,
and it was all white. And I was like, oh my god. And then I look, and then I was like, oh, there's a groom. He's like 50 feet ahead of her though, and they're not walking together. And I was like,
he was not helping her.
No, I was like, are they fighting? I was like, on their wedding day? I was like, do they even know each other? Like, I don't know. But and then I think he noticed we were like, because then he like looked back at us, and then he stopped and like then walked to kind of walk with her.
To be honest though, she looked like there was an age gap. And so there was a world also where that's not the groom. Like maybe that's her son. Maybe that was like someone, you know what I mean? Like
she just looked sad.
They didn't look like romantic. So
true.
maybe it was just like a friend. Maybe it was a friend.
We saw them later and they were holding hands, remember?
Yeah, but so maybe it was her son, or maybe it was like someone
they were holding
else.
hands. She was older.
Yeah, maybe they were like,
no judgment.
She
I just want to know the lore.
Help. She needed to look like that. Like that's what my first thought was. Like it looked like her feet were really hurting. So like maybe she needed help.
My thought was like models. I don't know. Like it just like it. Prime example of like Vegas. You know what I mean?
I just love that like at a casino table or like at a restaurant. Obviously, I have these thoughts like every day when I'm driving and I see people in their car. Like I know there's a phrase for it of like everyone around you is living their own lives, they have their own problems, their own things going on. But like we made so many friends that we will never see again.
But like the way that those strangers were to us at the table, how you're like, oh, that's cool. They're in finance or they're a bank or whatever, real estate. That's the same way they're like, oh, those girls are like influencers. Like it's like weird thinking that we're the strangers for other people.
We'll never cross paths again, most likely. And that's okay.
I hope there's a day when I'm in heaven and I've passed on from this life that I can like look back and see, like, for instance, how many times were we in a room together and we didn't know each other? Like, that's what I want to know. Like, I think that all the time.
Do you think that happens in heaven?
I think I'll know.
Like you get up there and they just give you a book.
Yeah, it's like a big old dictionary. It's like, this was your life. I just want to know, like,
invisible string theory.
Yes. You know what? I'm believing I'm going to get answers because then I will. I just want the answers.
I'm obsessed with the invisible string theory.
Maybe there was a time picture, Find My Friends. You and Cal were like a block away from each other and you didn't know before you met.
I told you about the time that when we first started dating, he drove by me, right? And I was honking at him, like after our first date.
No.
Really? We went on our first date. And little did I know he lived down the street from me the entire time that he had lived in LA. We went on our first date. And then remember I had that office for a little bit?
Yes.
So Cal, I would take this one street from downtown to West Hollywood. And I had an office in West Hollywood. Cal lived in Koreatown, which I literally would pass Koreatown to get to the office. And we would just take Olympic Boulevard there. Both of us would just drive that because he worked on Olympic Boulevard too. So every day I'd just be driving there. He'd be driving there. After our first date, I'm driving home down Olympic Boulevard and I see his car. And I'm like, wait. Is that him? And I pull up next to him. It's him.
Stop.
And I'm honking at him. He didn't listen. And we talk about this still to the day. Like he never noticed me driving, but I like called him later. I was like, I literally saw you driving. And we were like, how many times did we probably pass each other on Olympic Boulevard?
And one day we will get the answers. I believe it. I believe it because I want it. And until then.
Invisible string. I love the ones on TikTok where these people are like, they're like a couple. I saw this one really cute one where it was they're a couple. They're probably like our age or so. And one of them was in the background of each other's like photo with their grandma at Disneyland.
Oh no, yeah, we've talked about this.
It's
oh my God,
so crazy.
I think it's the craziest thing ever. But that's what I want to know. Like how many times has that happened and you don't know about it?
With your soulmate?
Yes, soulmate, friends, like whatever. It's just like, whoa. I'm like, I love that shit.
Well, us, we can count because VidCon, Playlist Live, BeautyCon.
Exactly. I just find it so interesting.
Or what was your pita place called?
Extreme Pita.
Extreme Pita.
Canyon Crest. It's no longer there.
RIP.
With that, we just want to say thank you so much for watching another episode of Pretty Basic. Some days we're pretty. Some days we're basic. Some days we get back from Vegas and are kind of tired.
Yeah. Some days we need 2 energy drinks. And that's okay.
And that is okay. It's okay, Rem.
Thank you so much. On that note, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out the Basically Unfiltered Patreon, patreon.com/basicallyunfiltered.
Also, we actually have an exciting announcement if you've stayed till the end,
Yes.
because we are actually going to be in New York for Dear Media IRL.
Woo! We are jet setting again.
And we're really excited. So if you're going to be in New York around that time, buy tickets. We will have a link in our description box. And we're so excited to meet some of you guys.
It's going to be so much fun. And also, don't worry, if you can't make it, that's okay, because we will probably have more stories to recap, as we always do after a New York trip. We will be going to Flaming Saddles. We'll be going out and about on the town.
Broadway show?
No, we're seeing Wicked. We already decided, because I saw Hamilton last time. We're going to see Wicked this time.
Well, I will say my reasoning for not wanting to see Wicked last time was I was like, I kind of want to forget the plot, so then I watch it again with the movie.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like that was my and I wanted you to see Hamilton, obviously, but I'm down to see it.
Okay.
I have it memorized, so
we're going to see Wicked, and it's going to be right before it comes out in theaters, which is going to be so exciting. You know what's going to be good? We're going to watch the stage, the Broadway adaptation, and then we're going to watch the movie and see what was different. It's fresh in our minds.
Fresh right up here.
And I love the alphabet that's currently on Broadway.
Love it.
It's going to be really good.
Thank you guys so much for watching. We love you, and we will. Oh, if you stay till the end, comment below the boot emoji.
Boot.
Because we love our boots.
Bye.
Bye.